His life was glamour. His speeches were poetry. His leadership inspired a generation. But behind the legend of John F. Kennedy are secrets, struggles, and quiet battles that most Americans never knew. Tonight, we look beyond the myth and uncover the hidden truth of JFK to the public. JFK was the symbol of youth and energy, but privately, he was one of the sickest presidents in U.S. history. He suffered from severe back problems, Addison's disease, high fevers, infections, and he was hospitalized so often, his family feared he would not survive his 20s. Yet he hid his illnesses so carefully that the American people never saw the pain behind the charisma when his boat, PT-109 was cut in half by a Japanese destroyer. JFK did the unthinkable. He swam 4 hours in shark-infested waters, towing an injured crew member by holding a strap in his teeth. He refused to leave any man behind. Few know he repeated this dangerous swim multiple times to find help on nearby islands. The 1960 debate between Kennedy and Nixon changed politics forever. On radio, listeners thought Nixon won, but on TV, Kennedy appeared confident, calm, youthful. While Nixon looked tired and pale, JFK understood the camera. He realized image could decide elections. Years before media consultants even existed, JFK wore a rigid back brace nearly all the time. He needed help to stand, to sit, even to bend. Doctors warned him that any wrong movement could paralyze him for life, but he refused to let the nation know. Every public step was a performance, every smile, an act of courage. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, his advisors pushed for airstrikes and invasion. Such action could have triggered nuclear war. But JFK trusted his instincts, pushed back against military pressure, and chose negotiation. This calm decision-making quietly saved millions of lives, a fact revealed only years later through declassified documents. One of his most iconic lines, "Ich bin ein Berliner," was added minutes before he went on stage. A few advisors worried the German phrase might sound strange, but Kennedy insisted. The words electrified West Berlin and became a symbol of American support during the Cold War. While the world watched the Cold War escalate, JFK quietly exchanged private messages with Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev. They communicated through bypassing their own governments to prevent misunderstandings that could trigger a nuclear war. These secret letters remained unknown to the public for years. At first, Kennedy wasn't convinced about spending billions on space travel. But after seeing the political and inspirational power of exploration, he embraced the idea. His challenge, "We choose to go to the moon," became one of the most ambitious goals in human history, setting America on a path that changed science forever. John F. Kennedy's life was short, but filled with courage, secrecy, and unspoken struggle. He inspired a nation not because he was perfect, but because he pushed forward despite pain, danger, and the shadow of war. This is the untold story of America's youngest elected president.
If you want to uncover more stories from the mysterious savannah, subscribe now and step back into the ancient